How's it going, everybody? I'm Johnny Gorton-Parker.
I'm Avery Bernizer.
And I can't be here today, so we made a video. I hope it's good. And well, basically what our thing was, our project was the influential men. Of course, I said men because men are better than women, but
not.
The influential men that had basically the pioneers of phys ed in the curriculum that we have nowadays.
In different countries.
In different countries, such as
Great Britain,
Denmark,
Sweden,
and
Germany.
And that was pretty much it. Enjoy the video.
Enjoy it.
I'm here with my man Franz Nechtegal. He's regarded as the father of Danish physical education. He's recently opened a private outdoor gym in Copenhagen, which is the first to be devoted to physical education. And we brought him here today to tell us about all these great accomplishments. So welcome, Franz Nechtegal. How's it going? Great to see you here.
It's great to be here.
Tell us a little bit about your gym.
Well, it's a beauty, and it's also the first private outdoor gymnasium to be devoted to physical training.
Can you tell us a little bit about the curriculum there and about someone who has influenced you throughout your processes?
Well, one of my big influences throughout it all was Gus Mutz, Goose Moose. His theories and ideas opened my eyes to form my own curriculum.
Indeed, Goose Moose is a very influential person. We also hear that you recently have been appointed by the Danish king to serve as the director of a training school for teachers of gymnastics in the army.
Not only have I been appointed, but I've recently began working with Danish public schools to incorporate physical education into their curriculum for boys and at the elementary and secondary levels.
Well, last but not least, can you tell us a little bit about some of your books?
Well, what I can say about the books is that they are great books. You guys should all read them. And in the future, they will serve as curriculum guides for the schools and resources for teachers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another special guest here today, Mr. Basedow. Mr. Basedow is also instrumental in promoting school gymnastics along with Mr. Goose Moose. Please welcome Mr. Basedow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Basedow, would you mind speaking about the school you recently founded?
Of course. Well, as most of you know, earlier in 1779, I founded the Philanthropineum, a school only for boys. Now, the school's curriculum is guided by the naturalism philosophy so that the program meets the individual needs of all the students. If you know me well enough, you would understand that physical activity plays an important role in the school's program.
Exactly. How important of a role, Mr. Basedow?
Well, 3 hours a day are spent doing recreational activities and sport instruction. Then another 2 hours are devoted to manual labor.
What are some of these activities? Running, maybe gymnastics?
Well, those are two possibilities, yeah. But there's wrestling, swimming, jumping, riding, skating, fencing, marching, and dancing.
Dancing? I may need a class in that.
Oh, I can teach you.
Well, that's quite the list. Well, folks, that's it for today. But parents, if you found this session helpful, be sure to enroll your sons in the recently founded Philanthropineum.
The first school in modern Europe to admit boys from all classes and to include physical education as a part of the educational curriculum so they won't be missing out on anything.
Very good, son. We out. I'd like to introduce Adolf Spice. Mr. Spice is known for his want to include gymnastics into school curriculum. How do you believe you will be able to incorporate gymnastics into the school's curriculum, Mr. Spice? Thank you for being here today.
Well, I have to thank Mr. Gus Muff and Mr. John for doing what they did, because without them, I don't know how I would have come up with this idea.
What exactly did these two great men inspire you to do?
Their teachings helped me to develop a system of school gymnastics, and even more important, persuade German officials to include the system in the curriculum of the school.
This sounds familiar to Mr. John, Mr. Goose Moose, and Mr. Bastow.
Yes, it is. Schools need to be interested in the complete development of their students. Now they really only focus on the intellectual aspects, but now that German officials have accepted my proposal, schools will have to focus on the physical development of the children as well.
How would this work in schools with multiple grades, though?
Good question. In creating this program, I created different levels for each grade and ability level. These programs are for boys and girls as well. I Of course, for all this to work, the children must be obedient and sometimes disciplined if they aren't. Therefore, teachers must also be trained for such things as well.
I would like to welcome my main man, Mr. Goots today, who is an instructor in physical education at the Snevin Educational Institute, where he's instrumental in the promoting of school gymnastics. Hello, Mr. Goots.
Well, thank you, Johnny. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, Mr. Goots, what exactly was your role in the Snevin Institute?
Well, I've been there going on 50 years now, and so far I've developed an extensive program for outdoor gymnastics. Students at the Institute spend 3 to 4 hours a day doing some form of physical activity, so this program has been very helpful.
I would assume so. Now tell us, Mr. Goots, you now have 2 books published.
Why, yes, I do. One of them, Gymnastics for the Young, is about these programs at Schnepfenthal, and goes on to talk about how important physical education in education and development of children really is. My second book, Games for Exercise and Recreation of the Body and Spirit, again talks about some of the programs at Schnepfenthal, as well as describing instructions and illustrations of how to play many games.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, Mr. Goots. Make sure to buy his books and support him in every way that you can. I'm here with my man. Oh, yeah. Please welcome Archie McLaren. Well, Archie, can you tell us a little bit about your theories on physical education?
Well, I believe that it is important to...
You believe that it's important to treat
physical training as a science.
You also feel that
The promotion of health is more important than the development of strength.
You guys hear that? The promotion of health is more important than the development of strength. That's very important, and that's a great theory. Yeah. So we often hear you refer to physical education as the antidote. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Yeah. What I mean is that physical ed can be an antidote to many things, like tension, weariness, or maybe nervousness,
or hard work.
I would also like to be quoted that recreative exercise found in games and sports is not enough in itself for growing boys and girls, and that physical exercise is essential to optimum growth and development.
Essential.
Unfortunately, Mr. Frederick Ludwig John couldn't be with us today, as he's currently trying to unify the country from Napoleonic control. Mr. John is credited with the development of the Turnavarian movement, which is an association of gymnasts with the hope of strengthening Germany's youth. He created this association to help contribute to where he is today, to the wants of Germany, of freeing the country from Napoleonic control, and therefore reunifying the country. Turnavarians are now forming all across the country in all different cities with turnplots, which are outdoor facilities where men and youth can work out. Mr. John's book, German Gymnastics, also informs the country of these ideas of his, and has spread to America and allowed his ideas to be spread across the world.